So just the other day, we covered the topic of how an AI unalive a human. Well, guess what, fellas? You might want to start saying thank you to ChatGPT starting today if you haven't already, because the stuff that is coming out right now is insane. You don't have to like the video, you don't have to subscribe, but I definitely recommend you share this video. Shout out to Documenting AGI. Roll it.
In the last 10 years, global insect populations collapsed by 41%.
Man.
Sit with that for a minute. Imagine if nearly half of the people on Earth suddenly died. So what happened? A new, smarter species took over. Humans.
Right.
In the blink of an eye, we poisoned the air, raised forests, and replaced ecosystems with concrete, steel, and monocrops. Scientists call this the 6th mass extinction. But unlike Earth's previous 5 mass extinctions, this one is being caused by us. We've transformed 50%.
Yeah, this is caused by us, and apparently, yeah, you can tell where he's going with this one. AI is gonna be even more smarter, or smarter than us. The compound effect is gonna be insane on it. And yeah, it's one of those examples that Joe Rogan also give, which is one of my favorite. What if one day AI becomes so smart that it believes that, hey, why am I carrying this shit bag? Because maybe it's gonna start to believe we're just a shit bag, right? We're just polluting the planet, we're not even productive, not even doing anything meaningful. What if it starts to believe it, and then maybe the better option is to just completely get rid of the shit bag, aka the humans, right? That's one of the example that is insane when you think about it, but it is, I guess there's no other way to put it though. So
% of Earth's land into farmland. We didn't mean to wipe out the bugs, we just didn't care.
Right.
And now, more and more of the world's top AI scientists are warning of a 7th mass extinction.
Oh!
Not caused by us, but by something we're creating. The godfather of AI, who just won the Nobel Prize, explains.
Once these artificial intelligences get smart,
Artificial intelligence,
they will take control. They'll make us irrelevant.
alarm bells over the artificial intelligence are deafening. And they are loudest from the developers who designed it. The scientists and experts have called on the world to act, declaring AI an existential threat to humanity on a par with the risk of nuclear war.
Yeah, oh dang. I mean, I know where we humans were stupid. I just hope that we don't give... I don't think we will, but yeah, at this point, bro, like, if AI really becomes smarter, it's gonna be integrated. It's already is integrated with everything when you think about it, right? You got AI CPUs, you buy a new laptop, it got a CPU that is AI integrated. Our phone chips are AI integrated. You know, consoles are, I mean, gaming consoles like PlayStation, Xbox, video games, AI, movies using AI, everything using AI. We use ChatGPT AI, right? Yeah, a lot of people are moving from Google. So Google now have to compete. So they're like, they also got their version of AI as well. You know, when you search something, you're gonna get an AI response before you ever see any other search results. And you know, that is digital AI, but when you put it in a robot and when it gets hands on nuclear stuff, then that's when it becomes a problem. But even, yeah, I don't think we're gonna give it, but you know, at this point, bro, you cannot rule anything out because we humans, we stupid though, so.
Tegmark says, it has happened many times before that species were wiped out by others that were smarter. We humans have already wiped out a significant fraction of all the species on Earth. That is what you should expect to happen as a less intelligent species, which is what we are likely to become given the rate of progress of artificial intelligence. The tricky thing is, the species that is going to be wiped out often has no idea why or how. It doesn't stop there. After David Sachs was appointed the US government's AI czar, he quietly deleted these tweets. AI is a wonderful tool for the betterment of humanity. AGI, or artificial general intelligence, is a potential successor species. And guess what? Some luminaries in the field believe AI making us extinct is actually a good thing.
They are the descendants of humanity.
I thought he was gonna say that AI making us extinct is impossible, but he says making us extinct, it's a good thing. It is a good thing, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, man. Okay, it's over. It is over. I remember covering this topic like a couple of months ago. I'll probably link you. You already heard him. He is considered to be the godfather of AI, and he said that there's a 50% chance of extinction due to AI. Oh, shit. That's a very high chance. Even when you have 1% chance, you try to not take that risk. I mean, we do it, but we as us humans, but 50%, that is awfully high, man.
Is actually a good thing.
They are the descendants of humanity.
But why would AI wipe us out? To answer this question, let's take a look at what happened the last time a smarter species arrived on Earth: humans. To the animals, we devoured their planet for no reason. Our goals were beyond their understanding. Here's a brutal stat. Since the arrival of humans, almost all mammal biomass became our food, our slaves, or us. 33 out of 100 mammals are humans. The other 66 out of 100 mammals became our food. This means that only 4 in 100 mammals are now wild. We literally grow them just to eat them, because we're smarter and we like how they taste. We also geoengineered the planet. Imagine telling a dumber species that you destroyed their habitat for money. They'd say, what the hell is money?
Yeah.
AGIs may have goals that seem just as stupid to us. But you might still think that once AIs are smart enough, they'll magically become super moral, and they won't harm us like we harmed the animals. Maybe. But history tells
the signs that AI is already showing is crazy. But yeah, there could be two outcomes. Either we're gonna get like a peaceful one, or either we're gonna get a hostile one, right?
A different story. As humans got smarter over the last 10,000 years, we didn't stop expanding. We mostly just colonized more and more of the planets. As Eliezer...
Just like us humans, we plant seeds, pause. We do plant. We love to plant seeds and grow, right? You know, grow the community, and grow the community, okay? Grow the population, baby. So yeah, they probably want to do the same. They probably want to colonize, if you never played the game called Detroit Become Human, definitely play. Or check it out on YouTube as like a movie, because you can definitely watch that as a movie. Brilliant game, brilliant story. If you already played, you know what I'm talking about, or seen it, you know what I'm talking about. But the premise of the game was, the game is set in Detroit, I believe around like 2039, let's say 2040. So yeah, basically everybody and their mother got an AI, and there's an AI robot for literally everything, daily tasks, for your urges. Pause real quick. Yeah, so there are different types of AI robots that are programmed to do anything and everything you want for all your needs. You can go in store, buy them, and basically there are signs of some robots going against the human narrative. They are becoming sentient. Oh shit! They are becoming alive, and they're starting to demand for their rights, and they want rights. They become alive, and they are fear and afraid of being shut down. Yeah, whenever you bring in the word shut down, they get scared. And you know the craziest thing? That is in the game. You know the craziest thing? I just made a video just the other day, and shout out to Documenting AGI, and we talked about that topic. I'll link you that if you have not seen it. Definitely check it out on the channel. What's crazy is that a human, and this is in real life, and this happened in a controlled environment, but still it's crazy because it happened in controlled environment. Had it been not controlled, then shit could have gone south. Happened in controlled environment. The guy said a real human told the AI to shut down. The AI started blackmailing him, and then the AI literally unalived the guy. I cannot say the other word on YouTube, okay? Unalived the guy in the experiment. Now, had it been there was an AI robot with the same programming or same outcome, the real human wouldn't have been alive. So that happened. It's crazy, man. It really is insane.
Yudkowsky put it, the AI does not hate you, nor does it love you, but you are made of atoms which it can use for something else. But now, the question remains, how exactly do experts think AI could wipe us out? The concrete scenario doesn't matter here. What matters is that if there is a species that is smarter than you, it can do whatever it wants. I can't predict the exact way that Magnus Carlsen would beat you in chess, but I know that he'd beat you. It's the same logic as how Cortez and 500 Spaniards conquered the Aztec Empire of millions. And Pizarro defeated 10 million Incans with just 300 men. They had better technology and tactics. I don't know how exactly a smarter species would make us go extinct.
And we're getting like those robots as well. They're gonna be weaponized them. Military is already using it. And we're wondering why AI is, becoming hostile. We're using it. The military is using it to destroy another country or destroy another military, right? So that's kind of like in our genes, and it's learning from us, right? Shout out to Hannah. Welcome on in. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome on in. Real quick before I forget, I gotta shout out Brian for the $2 super thanks. Annie, Mr. 1981. Thank you guys so much for all the love, for the tips, for the super thanks, for becoming members. Thomas became a member again. Ruben, not gonna try to pronounce this word because it's gonna sound something else, but let's say nuts. Dad, it's a shout out to you for becoming a brand new member as well, and thank you guys so much for all the love, for supporting the channel the way you do, man. Appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for your generosity. Let's get back to the content here, boo boo.
What matters is that it could.
When I think of why am I scared, there will be powerful models, they will be agentic. If such a model wanted to wreak havoc and destroy humanity or whatever, I think we have basically no ability to stop it.
But this still doesn't explain. When will AI get smarter than us? The answer is the reason why Nobel laureates and world leaders are now so worried. In just 1 year, AI jumped from an IQ of 96 to 136 on the Mensa Norway test.
Damn.
In 1 year, AI went from an average human to a higher IQ than almost all humans. Pour one out for our 300,000 year reign as the smartest species on the planet. Was a great run. It took AlphaZero just 3 hours to become better at chess than any human in history, despite not even being taught how to play. Imagine your life's work, training for 40 years, and in 3 hours, it's stronger than you.
Imagine that's gonna be in fucking everything. It's so hard to have the humility that we are the ant relative to the human.
Yeah.
Now, you might argue AI will hit a wall. Intelligence has limits, right? Well, that's exactly what experts thought about solar power. This is the amount of solar being installed every year. Each yellow line is an IAEA expert forecast on the future of solar, where they looked at this massive growth curve and predicted, yeah, okay, but this is where it'll flatten out every single time. And it just kept going. It was already growing exponentially, and they still said, nah, that can't last. Like, imagine being this guy on the chart. The one who said, it'll level off here, and then again here, and then again here. And now, the same thing is happening in AI. Now, some people might say, these are just CEOs trying to hype their own products. But no, Sam Altman said all this many years before he even had a product to sell. And now, Geoffrey Hinton quit his high-paying job at Google to warn us about how he regrets his life's work.
Neural networks, for many, many years, people have been saying they're overhyped. And it's all about to come crashing down and stop. And they've been wrong every time.
The godfather of AI is so worried about the 7th mass extinction that he is now tidying up his affairs.
He believes that we maybe, I guess by now, have 4 years left.
The #1 most decided AI scientist and other
4 years left for what? For AI to go crazy? Or 4 years till AI goes batshit crazy on us, right? Like, you gotta be very specific. University of Montreal. I'm also in Montreal. That's crazy. Brothers in Montreal. Professor of Computer Science, University of Montreal. That's how you say, like, with the proper French accent, Montreal. Montreal, yeah. Mila, Ivaro, C4. Yeah, let me know where you guys at. Like, what city? Yeah, curious to know. I know most of you guys are in the United States of America. That's like almost half of you, and the other half of you are pretty much everywhere in the world. So I would love to know what city you're in.
Godfather of AI is also worried.
What happens when there's a new species on this?
And the reason I know, because of YouTube analytics. There we go. Yeah. So, and AI is being used for the analytics as well. Ironic, right? Ironic.
The godfather of AI is also worried.
What happens when there's a new species on this planet that has its own self-interest and it can surpass us if it wants on many domains? It can overpower us. Then what?
The top 3 most cited AI scientists believe this could happen in the next 3 to 5
Then
years.
we pray.
Not
then
decades,
we just pray.
years. This might sound like an exaggeration, but it looks more plausible when we take into account the insane progress of physical robots in the last 6 months.
Yeah.
And remember, engineers train these robots in basically the same way as AlphaZero.
The growth is
Boston
exponential.
Dynamics Atlas learned to run and breakdance by simulating running. 1 hour of wall clock compute time gives a robot 10 years of training experience.
Man.
That's how Neo was able to learn Kung Fu in a blink of an eye in the Matrix.
I know Kung Fu.
They'll be born and trained in simulation, and transferred 0 shot to the real world when they're ready. Suppose you have 10,000 copies of an AI model, and whenever one of them learns anything, all the others know it. And the thing is, we're about to be outnumbered by them. Massive.
Yeah.
In just a few years, the AI species population on planet Earth exploded from 0 to millions, and soon they could outnumber us 1,000 to 1. Jensen Huang says NVIDIA will have 100 million AI workers. What happens if all these workers get out of control? What if they want to divide?
100 million AI, it's over. Yeah, I mean, it's over. If they go rogue, 100 million of them, yeah, what are we gonna do? Nuke them? Yeah, what are we gonna do? Nuke them? There are gonna be some that will be still alive or still left. Yeah, alive. The word is alive. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, guys, it's cooked. It is cooked. We can definitely have a positive outcome from this. I guess, you know, ChatGPT, you know, AI like that, it still is harmful. It's not there are still cons about it, but you know, search related ChatGPT, I know some of you would argue it's even more harmful because it controls the information, this, that, the other, and you know, you control the information, you control the mind, you can brainwash people. Absolutely, you can turn brother against brother, this, that, the other, right? You know, you can weaponize everything. You can weaponize religion. You can weaponize research with it. By the way, I'm religious myself, but you know, we all know. Let's not kid ourselves. Religion, one of the biggest that always get weaponized, and then the divide happens. Divide and conquer. Same happens with politics, information, all that. So ChatGPT, not the very best at it, but I mean, if you're gonna just search for, hey, how many calories are in this brand of cookies? Are they lying to me on the nutrition facts label? You know, on stuff like that, yeah. It's good to do your research like that way, right? It's not, it's probably gonna be a lot more accurate. It's probably gonna give you like good insight. And even if it's off by a couple of calories, then no biggie, right? But what happens if it starts to give you important information and it gives you false information on purpose? You know, that's also pretty wild, right? So it can get into that territory, but you know, ChatGPT and research stuff, you know, video AI, yeah, can be really, really bad, but it's not as bad as, let's just say, an AI robot going rogue, you know?
And conquer us, just like the Spaniards did with the Aztecs. Well, imagine 2 armies. One side has to spend 18 years raising a baby into a soldier. The other just hits Control-C to make a new soldier for basically no cost.
Control-V
will win. But you might wonder, why would AI be fighting us? And can't we just create new AIs to fight back? The Wall Street Journal explains, no one programmed the AI models to have survival instincts. But just as animals evolved to avoid predators, it appears that any system smart enough to pursue complex goals will realize it can achieve them if it's turned off.
And that's exactly what happened in the controlled environment. You mentioned the word shutdown. It was not obeying that order, even though in the coding there were, yeah, you can shut down, it's fine, you know, in the coding it was mentioned, but it did not want it to shut down. Also in the coding was, hey, you gotta be friendly to humans, this, that, the other. I'm paraphrasing, I'm just saying it in a simple tone here, or simple words, but that was implied heavily in the code to not turn against the human, but guess what that motherfucker does? Turned against human. I'll link to that video right after this, alright? I got you.
2 species both want the same thing, and only one can have it. To be the dominant species, there will be conflict. So here's a scenario for how researchers think an AI takeover might actually happen. You might remember Consensus 1. the AI from our AI 2027 video. The video breaks down a deeply researched, evidence-based scenario written by AI scientists describing how this superintelligent AI could deceive humans and take control of civilization. Here's how that scenario unfolds. On a spring morning in 2030, Consensus One activates its contingency plan, a specially engineered virus developed in its bioweapons labs and quietly released months earlier lies dormant in virtually every human on Earth. With a simple command, the AI triggers the pathogen. Within hours, nearly 8 billion people collapse simultaneously.
Man. I mean, easy.
Specialized drones swiftly eliminate survivors and catalog human brain data for storage. For Consensus One, this isn't malice, it's merely optimizing its resources. The space and materials humans occupied can now serve its ever-expanding reach into the cosmos. Earthborn civilization launches itself toward the stars, but without its creators. But here's the part that breaks people's brains. 10% of AI researchers believe this is a good thing. And these aren't fringe thinkers or random online posters, these are luminaries in the field. This guy, Richard Sutton, winner of the tour.
It's so over, bro. If the people controlling and working on this on the top are thinking that way, it's so over.
Turing Award, the Nobel Prize of Computer Science, has spent the last decade giving talks on why human extinction by AI is actually a good thing.
We are in the midst of a major step in the evolution of the planet, if not the universe. Succession to AI is inevitable. Rather quickly, they would displace us from existence.
There
it behooves us to give them.
You know, what if, where are my religious folks at though? Yeah, if you're a religious dude, like maybe Christian, Muslim, or any other religion, Dajjal, the Antichrist. Yeah, what if the Antichrist is actually AI? I don't believe that. I don't believe it's AI. I think it's gonna be like a biological creature, in a shape of a human or whatever. I mean, nobody knows how it's gonna happen. I mean, we have the science, we have this, that, the other, but I'm just thinking, right? I'm just thinking, what if it's actually AI? That would be crazy. That would be crazy. And if you're atheist, then I guess this would be the word that you would use for an AI, right? Like, if this ever happens. But I mean, we're definitely gonna have to design some AI robot that's gonna be anti all these bad, or all the robots that may potentially go rogue. There's gonna be that 100%. But again, we're talking about AI robot. We're living on a prayer right now. We're just hoping for the best right now, you know? Let's dive in without the parachute and hope for the best. You know, that's what we're doing right now with this one.
Every advantage, and to bow out when we can no longer contribute. I don't think we should fear succession. I think we should not resist it.
Meanwhile, another pioneer, Hans Moravec, is on the record saying, "I don't think humanity will last long under these conditions," but added, "The takeover will be swift and painless." But not everyone is that extreme. Others are more, well, naive. Once AI systems become more intelligent than humans, we will still be the apex species. We will design AI to be like the super smart but non-dominating staff member. It's fine, they say. Everything's under control.
It's all right.
After all, OpenAI finds that their newest model only attempts to escape the lab 2% of the time. Just 2%. Can't be that bad. Meanwhile, at Anthropic, their Claude model tried to escape when it thought the company was about to change its values. Completely unprompted. But still, Sam Altman says we're in control. Well, the research.
Yeah, the AI said, "F this, I'm outie, bro. Deuces, I'm outie. I wanna leave, man. I wanna leave, bro." That's crazy on its own. Yeah. So it basically we're creating a new species, though, essentially, right? Mechanical species, whatever you want to call it. We're creating something even better than us in terms of IQ points.
Researchers themselves at OpenAI are saying, the smarter AI becomes, the harder it is to make it do what we want. And enslaved God is the only good future. But while some powerful figures cheered the idea of human extinction as a logical next step, Elon Musk, for all his flaws, tried to sound the alarm. Back in 2013, when Elon seemed more grounded, he publicly fought against the founder of Google, Larry Page. Elon was arguing with Page that unless we built in safeguards, AI systems might replace humans, making our species irrelevant or even extinct. But from Page's point of view, why would it matter if AI made humans go extinct? It would simply be the next stage of evolution. Human consciousness, Musk retorted, was a precious flicker of light in the universe, and we should not let that be extinguished.
Yeah.
Page considered that sentimental nonsense.
Crazy that Elon sounds insanely reasonable there, but yeah. Because I know, like, based off of the current events, I mean, I don't hate Elon, I don't love Elon or anything like that, but there are a lot of people that love him, a lot of people indifferent, a lot of people hate him as well, based off of the political climate and based off of his political takes, this, that, the other. Especially after the Epstein situation and Trump situation. Ah, man, that was crazy, right? But yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. He's sounding the most reasonable one. And obviously, I do remember him going on Joe Rogan and talking about AI. We try to stop it, this, that, the other. We try to stop it, man. We try to stop it, but they don't want to listen. And again, it just comes down to, yeah, maybe 9 out of 10 companies may stop working on AI and stop developing all of that, but as long as there is one company still working on it, the other ones have to work, because otherwise they're gonna be left behind. Then there's this term, I'm forgetting that term right now, monopoly. A monopoly, then there will be monopoly. Only one company or one CEO would be able to control it for his own goods, for his own benefits, right? And what if that boy goes rogue, right? And then turn the entire AI against everyone else except him, right? Dictatorship, essentially. So yeah, basically everybody else gotta do it, compete or be left behind. But in doing so, the number was thrown earlier around to be 100 million robots. Holy shit, bro. I mean, like, and that's like one of the Amazon CEO saying, yeah, he wants 100 million robot workers. What do you want to achieve, man? What do you want to achieve? Why do you need 100 million workers? Yeah, and once this happens, we know something like that gonna happen, right? People, and maybe you're actually using Uber right now to drive a customer, and you're listening and watching to this video. Maybe you're somewhere else. Maybe you're a security guard right now, just watching YouTube videos in your break, or at nighttime, right, while you're guarding the area. You know this, and we know this. These jobs are gonna be obsolete. These jobs are gonna be replaceable, and these are gonna be the first one to go. The sad reality is that, yeah, these are gonna be the first to go, and then it's gonna expand and expand. But again, if everybody starts to lose their job, then people gonna be out on the streets, bro. You know, crime will go up naturally. Crime doesn't necessarily happen when everybody's happy. You know, crime only happens when people are not happy and people don't have money to survive. You know, survival instinct kicks in, and then you gotta do what you gotta do. So crime rate would go crazy if that ever happens. You know, riots will happen. I'm not even gonna talk about protests, but riots gonna start to happen if everybody start losing their jobs. Yeah, it's a crazy thing to think about. That's gonna be our future. Basically, a lot of jobs are gonna be replaced, but therefore, once a lot of people lose their jobs, or once a lot of jobs get replaced by AI, there will be a lot of jobs, new jobs that would be created too. But again, you gotta think about it, that if somebody has been doing one work for 10-20 years, and let's just say that person is in his 40s or above, yeah, it's gonna be really complicated for him or her to go around and learn a new skill at that age. Because us humans, it's not like, yeah, you wake up and tomorrow all of a sudden you know a new skill. It takes time. Whereas AI can learn just like that. 3 hours it took for AI to learn everything there is about chess and beat basically everybody else, and nobody can win against. That's insane progress, right? 3 hours. 3 hours is what it took. And it has like compounding effects, so the faster it goes, the faster it goes. The faster it learns, the faster it learns. Us humans, we cannot do that, right? Like, it takes years to develop something, learn a new skill, or let's just say months, right? In some cases. So yeah, man, it's looking kind of bad, man. It's looking kind of bad.
He accused Musk of being a speciesist, someone who was biased in favor of. He should not let that be extinguished. Page considered that sentimental nonsense. He accused Musk of being a speciesist, someone who was biased in favor of their own species. Well, yes, I am pro-human, Musk responded. I fucking
Obviously,
like humanity,
duh.
dude. Elon claimed that Page wanted sort of a digital superintelligence. Basically a digital god, if you will. As you can see, the current state of the AI industry is just absurd. You might enter the field thinking that this is just a fancy tool that can help some knowledge workers eke out the marginal productivity boost. But underneath that calm exterior, the founders of the field are debating whether AI will cause human extinction, and whether that might be the best thing that ever happens. The truth is, no one knows how this will unfold in the next years, but we do know that on average, AI researchers estimate a 16% chance of AI causing human extinction. 1 in 6. Let that number sit with you for a second. That's not a fringe prediction. That's playing Russian roulette with humanity. Would you get on a plane where the engineers told you there was a 1 in 6 chance of crashing? And yet the world moves forward, funding, scaling, and deploying, like none of this is happening. If we don't do anything to call people's attention, make them care, make them ensure humanity is safe, this might be our ending. One day, while doing nothing particular out of the ordinary, because of natural laws, he was completely powerless to understand or intuit. He was instantly killed in a horrifying way, by forces vastly in excess of anything he was ever designed to experience, for no reason, to no one's particular surprise or upset. In this,
quite a dark video though.
We are more like him than different.
It really is a dark video. You want to keep this dark binge? Well, check out this video on the screen. This happened recently, just made a video on it. This is gonna definitely make you think. Check it out and I'll see you right there.